Tharja's getting ready. She's ready to start gardening and sets my climate remote to April. It's finally spring. Prepare for pollen. Prepare! Good day, good people. It's a fine day in the year of the Radiance. Toonlink, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, the Anomaly Cars. If you know me as the man who's... Am I ready for spring? Not, I feel like no. I don't even have any, like, allergy. I guess I do have a couple. Yeah, I mean, spring, I like planning things. Yeah, I'm ready for spring, but I'm more ready for the Danganronpa Hunger Games, and I do believe it's time to get this show on the road. We got tag team action, we got orteil, and we are now past the halfway point in the Hunger Games Season 13, the unluckiest season. As you've seen, misfortune is abound, and misfortune will be going more misfortunate in the second half, because now if you earn misfortune here in orteil, it is also permanent, which means this list of people who have misfortune is about to grow tremendously. But today we are celebrating spring. Spring begins this coming into the next week. But it's felt on and off like spring recently. I don't know. Weather's been weird. Who knows what seasons are anymore. But the quote-unquote official start to spring will be in the next few days. So, also in the next few days, make sure you vote. Yeah, make sure you vote for the golden ticket entries, and make sure you enter your OCs in the OC submissions, because OC action starts next Sunday. And those things all close this weekend, so get to it. Hop to it. You're almost out of time. Tick tock, tick tock. But as I said, we're celebrating spring, and I got the folks here who I think would be the best gardeners, who just are looking forward to spring and the warm temperatures in general. Let's talk about it. Let's go through it. Our teams today are your tag team champions who need their tag team championship perks. Don't mind if they do. Kurumi and Kanji. The detectives, Keiji, freaking Keiji, and Shuichi, nothing to report. Chisa, and the gatekeeper. Hold on, let me put some respect on the champion's name, Shuichi. Champion of champions, Shuichi is here. As well as nothing to report. Bug Hunter, Firo, and Gonta. Agents of Chaos, Deep Fried Chicken, Teru and La Senora, Bucket of Bolts, Kibo. And Kana, Take the Throne, Sonya and Queen, Justice for All, Justice Emerald and Arthur. They See Me Rolling, Monica and Kizzy. Best for Business, Togami and Nagisa. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Gin. And the Mookster, Dancing Queens, Crazy Oko and Iris, Disarmor, Haiji and Hitomi, Clean Sweepsies, Seiko and Flora, Unhealthy Obsession, Starja, and Kana. Kanan. Pastry Party, Izio and Akechi, I Need a Hero, Masaru and Krom. For Our Future, Munakata in the End. Love blossoms, because you know, plenty of other things blossom in spring, but so does love. Usami and Ophelia. Magic Show, Fumi and Owen, Corrupted Elders. Tengen and Gashu, Split Pass, Monokuma and Aiba Cataclysm. The Grand Boy and Diona. Twin Magic, Kotoko and Kotoka. Lasting Shot, Nekamaru and Joker, Vengeance. Sato and Clover. Country Roads, Take Me Home. They're definitely going to be playing Mozu and Daisaku. Photoshoot, Mahiru and the Radish. Flames of Rebellion, Nagito and On. Time and Space, Taichi and one of his companions, Rindo, Mom Milkers. Hiroko and Camilla. Spoken Word, Saika and Kazuha. Light Sheet, Steel Crazy Oak Extra Large and Ranger. Bottomless Pit, Akane and Paimon. Blank Canvas, Angie and Yusuke. Fan Club, Komaru and Mishima. Glorious Domination, Sakura and Kyutaro. Rock Recruits, Ibuki and Alice. Average Joe, Makoto and Sojiro. Full Investigation, Yui and Kotoko. Pancake Champion, you know, let me put that in there real quick. Pancake Champion, Boss, and Natsumi. The Wander Bros are wandering into Spring Rentar and Wanderer, who was never anything before. Gamer Score, Mitarai, and Chiaki. Theme Park Ride, Kazuichi and Fuga. Human Studies, Azuru and Klee. And Father Knows Just, Jin and Diddy. And as you can see, this is going to be a big one, but I don't think it's going to last for as long as you think. The climate change remote is upped. It will almost certainly be appearing. However, that is for one specific reason. We've never seen spring in the simulator And spring has been in the code for a long time. We've just gotten bad rolls. Although technically, the other seasons do have a slightly... Whatever season it currently is, that season always has a slightly higher chance. But just like 0.1 higher. But we've gotten... Spring's gotten bodied so many times. But not today. Spring has a very, very good chance of hitting today. And when I say very, very good, I mean very, very good. But every time we do some of these things in Orteil, they just don't happen sometimes. So, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But first and foremost, we gotta see a little something else. We have to see who's gonna appear for the championships. If I can find the wheel. There she is. There she blows. Tag Team Agents of Chaos. I think there's a good chance that this wheel hits again before the end of the season. Ironically enough. Could it hit today? Maybe. In 3, 2. We'll see. Let's spin it and find out. Let's decide whether or not Dinner Party will be defending those sweet, sweet tag team championships. Look at it! It's... No, they're fine. They've never been more fine. Chaos does not reign. In fact, order remains. As I stop that and say, hey, what's going on? Are you excited for the... There we go. Danganronpa Hunger Games, I know that you are. Just like, you're excited for spring, maybe? Are you excited for spring? Question mark? I think spring's the worst season. I think it's great for gardening, and I love gardening, but I still think it's the worst season. Not for nothing. Well, you know... Man, worst season competing with summer. And I will admit, summer, I think, is great until you no longer get a summer vacation. Once you don't get a summer vacation anymore, summer's kind of overrated. So, if you still get a summer vacation, enjoy it when it comes. Savor it. Live it to the fullest, like the Phineas and the Ferb. But also make your comments first, second, and third. Who do you got in this one? No championship on the line, but hey, a spot in the finale. Because your comments are important, like this one, like that one, and now that I think about it, now that I ponder about it, I thought I had decided, then I scrolled through another one. Let's give it to Ryan Horning from last episode. Happy Nuku Day, happy birthday to your dad, happy birthday to Yoko, and happy Women's Day or Women's History Month. There was a lot of happy going on in the last episode, and I was like, you know what, let's actually just embrace that happy. I saw it, I was like, that's a lot of happy. And I remember last time I was like, dang, that was a lot of days. It was Hiyoko's birthday. She didn't win, but Mahiru did. Her homie. I've got to announce some things, don't I? I've got to announce some things. As you've seen, the women's tables match, or tables bracket rather, has been filling out quite quickly, and I've been enjoying it. It's been a great time. It's been a glorious time. That being said, while we have more than half of the competitors named for the ladies, we don't for the gentlemen, and I think it's time that we get a little bit closer. Don't you agree? Yeah, I think you agree. In fact, I think we're gonna shock the world with some of these. Are you ready to shock the world? Hit the ticket to paradise music, someone, please, in the heavens above, please. Most excellent. So far, let's go over the facts. Right now, we have 4 competitors going on to that golden ticket. I'm sorry, not the golden ticket match. The tables bracket to name a tables champion for the first time. That being said, we still have 8 more spots to fill out, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fill out 4 more right here, right now. So if you're ready, if you'll come with me, on this fine day, in the year of the Radiance, I will say the next 4 entries from, hit it, the Somnium Files. Ryuki is going on to fight for what's right from Persona 5. Royal Fox will have an opportunity, but that ain't it. That ain't all. We also have from the Fire Emblem, we have Laszlo. And last but not least, we've got Arven. Arven from Pokemon Scarlet Violet. And you know what? I said we were gonna shock the world, so let's shock the world. We've got one more, count it, one more entrant to name. Because, and I quote on this index card from Wednesday, it said, "You shouldn't have tempted me." Because now, Spamton will be fighting for that Tables Championship as well. And now you're in the know, we got a whole bunch of extra people going on. That thing is filling up now quickly. Goodness gracious, we still have a couple more spaces on both sides to announce. And we still have... No, we don't. We have less than half of the month remaining. Neat. I'm gonna make my picks. Shall we? I'm not ready for spring, and I hope that it passes quickly. Give me... Disarmor for first. I think Hitomi deserves a spot in the sunlight. In the springtime sunlight. Give me Clean Sweep next, because they need to clean up all the pollen so I'm not perishing. And of course for third, I'm gonna take I Need a Hero for Noelle. That being said, this has been a little bit of a, not a long start, because, you know, we have more announcements, we got some more things to do, but, like, let's see how this game goes, because I am a little bit concerned. Let's find out how concerned we should be when we proceed. A bunch of competitors. A whole slot of competitors. Let's find out who wins when they compete. We also have some misfortune, and we have to remember any misfortune earned will become permanent, and the odds have slightly increased. Next week they will increase even more and more as the season goes to its close. Let's start round 1, and we proceed to see the, oh gosh, they're still yeet balls. That's funny. The Bloodbath! Round 1, Horn Bears, sound the horns. So I think a lot of people are gonna find some yeet balls too, because I'll be frank, I'm pretty sure I took out the yeet ball events except for like 1 or 2 of them. But I surely didn't take out the event where you find yeet balls. So, yeah, that's funny. As Kamaru knocks out XL and immediately has a Death Collar on her, Kanon follows suit and puts Death Collars on Paimon and La Senora. As Ophelia twiddles her thumbs, Paimon hates the way the Death Collar feels on her shoulder. Her skin, not her shoulder. It would be around her neck, not her shoulder. La Senora. Yeah, who even knows? Paimon, I've never seen Paimon's neck, it doesn't exist. La Senora tripped and fell into a bush, which surprisingly has a yeet ball in it. Gatekeeper tries to kill Flora, but Flora retaliates, kills the Gatekeeper instead. Mitrai does attack and kills Justice Hammer 1. Mitrai, you've made some enemies. Before Arthur can react, Arthur rushes to help, but it's already too late. Makoto, Sato, and Rantaro grab their instruments and practice together. Oh, dope. Flora just found a fishing rod, now she can catch all of the fish. Ranger, looks like he's on the verge of snapping. Arthur sobs quietly. Kotoko attacks the inn from behind and gets rid of him. Sato, Makoto, and Rantaro play suspenseful music as Ophelia chases Chisa Monica. Seems unshaken by any of this, Keiji's been hot on Camilla's trail for days now. Keiji. By all means, do what you gotta do, my guy. Deduced her location, delivered the final blow. Sonya find dimensional sights. She used to be an agent of chaos. Maybe she wants to embrace that a little bit further. Klee is being adorable as always, unless she's not wearing her Klee clothing, in which case she's horrific. Taichi wonders. Those who are in the know will get that one. Taichi wonders if he should build a machine that makes Yakiniku. Karumi kind of wanders off and gets lost, never be seen again. Togami manages to sneak attack Keiji and Shuichi, murdering them both. Togami. This man's trying to have a game. He also perishes right there, so maybe he's not gonna have a game. Going to size his muscles, Kutaro's found a table, hoping to go as nobody goes through it. Chiaki doesn't feel prepared for any of this. Crazy Extra Large's bad brain takes her into an even stranger place, turning her more unstable than ever before. Ibuki does her best to avoid Alice. Tengen tries to kill Togami. Togami bribes him. Tengen takes the money and still kills Togami. How could you? Nagito can't take his eyes off of On. Wanderer sets down a trap, but Tomi wants this to be over already. Mozu accepts their shadow as Mozu and gains the power of Persona. Azuru finds a table. Masaru finds a pitchfork. Makoto challenges Sakura to a duel. Makoto bites the dust. And a Makoto bites the dust. Hey, that wasn't so lucky. Makoto bites the dust. Crazy Yoko has a death color on Kibo. Akachi finds a dapper suit. Fair enough. Jin and Daddy can target him over who should be in charge, and then Daddy gets caught in a trap, and Jin does not help him. Kazuichi tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks, and succeeds. Oh boy. Yusuke tries to look around for stuff to scrounge. Fuga, the Archon, see great potential in him, and you know what? Very fittingly grant him an Animo Vision. Welcome to Mr. Fuga's wild ride. Oh no. An tries to get herself, other Stonos are actually. Kizzy just wants to be helpful. Aiba steals Kazuichi's tank while he's asleep. Haiji finally snaps and he is frenzied. Hifumi admires Owen's muscles. Oh no, Nakamaru finds a handgun and shoots straight through his foot. What a misfire. And now, permanently, Nakamaru. Here we go. Has misfire, and he will keep it for the rest of the season. Rendo gives Taichi the various things that he's found. Taichi builds stuff out of it. It's soothing watching the doctor made neat contraptions out of those scraps. That sounds very doctor-like. Kanji somehow finds a suit of medieval armor. Daisaku and Mozu's finger touch by accident. They both blush just a little bit. Sayaka's shadow accepts her. She accepts her shadow as Sayaka. She gains the power of Persona. Oh no. Oh my. Clover tries to kill Kanji, but Kanji's knight armor diverts the blow. Tharja finds my climate control remote. Uh-oh. That's the first one. That's the first one. Kibo feels sorry for Daddy. Frees him from the trap. Why did you do that, Kibo? Why'd you do that? Owain picks up Sleep and Cooling in various places. Teru trips and falls into La Senora, sending them both careening off of a cliff. Their whole team is out because of a misstep. How unfortunate. Nagisa finds a bowling ball. Hopefully he gets a strike. Mayu thanks Nahida for being there for her. Seiko collides with a tree and has trouble remembering which team she's on. She might be mismatched. And thus, now we're really starting to see it rack up. And this is where I was like, oh boy. Oh no. Oh me, oh my. Gen's got tactical combat gear. Hiroko thinks about what she did up here. Sojiro knocks out Boss in a fist fight, puts a death collar on her. Izuo accepts a shadow as his own. He now has the power of Persona. Chiro finds a slingshot. Boss tells Gen, or at least tries to kill Gen, but the combat gear diverts the blow. Monokuma puts all of his items in a backpack. Monokuma might be misplacing. I told you guys, this is where it starts to get a little nuts. Kotoka finds a plank of wood. Akane's got some scissors. Oh, we have a lot of people finding things. Goodness gracious, Jiro has dazed Rantaro with that slingshot. Chisa uses the mysterious gas. Now Munakata and Aiba have death collars on them. Yui builds a rocket. Angie finds a sword. Alice is looking for an easy out. Kana's got a Yi-ball. Natsumi has found a table. Queen and Sonya come amidst Mishima from both sides, killing him. Kyoko has accepted her shadow, and she's now got the power of Persona. Usami does something really cute. Gashu finds a little bikini. Crom gets lost and wanders off, never to be seen again. Joker challenges Azuru and Munakata to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Munakata, Akuna Munakata, you love to see it. Akuna Munakata is going on to that World Pancake Championship match. He deserves it. Sumugi tries to kill Clover, but Clover retaliates and kills her instead. Iris literally doesn't understand what's happening here. She's like, what's going on? Diona's got a chainsaw. The Grand Boy feeds rats. You would think that the Grand Boy would eat the rats instead, but instead they're best friends. Kazuha's found a table, and Nahida cannot stop fawning over Mahiru. It started off very tame, however, I have a feeling it's going to not be very tame after this Claire de Lune for Gatekeeper, Justice Hammer 1, The End, Camilla, Karumi, Keiji, Shuichi, Togami, Makoto, La Senora, Teru Teru, Mishima, Crom, Samuki. I think at this point, if you're the Agent of Chaos and you have a misfortune, you almost don't want to reign Chaos. Also, if you're a champion and you have permanent misfortune, you don't want Chaos to reign. It's just little things like that that are changing the landscape of the season, and we just had a whole bunch more people that picked up some misfortune permanently. Who else is gonna get some? Because I assure they won't be the last. Let's click next round and let's see. 78 left. We got a big old game, and that big old game starts to lose people immediately. Oh my gosh. Akechi sneaks up on, Klee sneaks up on Akechi, but Akechi's known that she's been... Yeah, Klee, you're not too... Let's be honest. If Klee's following you, she's probably like, step, step, step. It's probably adorable, but she's dead. Grand Boy is, cooking up some food for the rats, which is ridiculous, but you know what? I'm here for it. Joker. He is... You know what? If there's anyone who I expected to pick up the misbehaving perk, it's Joker. That man's misbehaving out here. Sojiro accepts his shadow as a note. You know what? I wish that this were canon. Now he's got the power persona. Seiko finds a seemingly official decree from a powerful archon. Will she dare to hang it up? Daisaku really hopes it entered a harmony body. Azuru, Natsumi, Kyutaro, Kazuha all set up their tables. Before going on an all-out brawl, Azuru has the power to dropkick Natsumi, Kyutaro, and Kazuha all through tables. Mahiru trips and falls into Mitarai, sending them both careening off the cliff. However, Mahiru somehow trips on the way down, and her fall is broken. Mitarai, he's starting to feel a little bit more unfortunate rather. Kibo. Oh, you know what? You love to see it. Well, maybe not if you're rooting for any of these 6 because it's a majority vote and some bad things happen. Kibo, Aiba, Boss, Munakata, Paimon, and Crazy Yoko Extra Large are forced to play the majority game. Aiba received the most votes, but unfortunately she was the keymaster. Everyone suffered a gruesome demise. You hate to see it, but you know what you love to see? Us continuing to go on. Well, maybe not for Daisaku, because he will not be going on. He wants to end things once and for all with Fox. Yusuke makes sure that Daisaku ends once and for all. Kanji sizes his muscle. Shiro uses a slingshot to pelt floor with rocks, which is more annoying than anything, really. Nagisa practices bowling form. He's got that bowling ball, never forget. Oh, well, look. We'll go down. Clover twitches uncontrollably. Rindo wishes he could go home. Chiaki no longer can sit still and watch her friends die. Chiaki's feeling heroic. Rantaro uses a mysterious gas to knock out Nahida and Diona in order to put death collars on the 2 babies. Kanon is looking particularly erratic today. Tharja, you've finally done it. Tharja's getting ready. She's ready to start gardening and sets my climate remote to April. It's finally spring. Prepare for pollen. Prepare! Sato spots something shiny in the distance. Taichi asks Rindo if he's found anything useful. Nahida plants seedlings in her herb garden. Gashu sees corrupted elders, a bunch of chumps ready to be milked. Yui straps Queen to her rocket and sends it to the moon. Queen shockingly returns with money. I'm sorry, not money. Pockets full of moon rocks. Not money at all. But she could probably sell that for some sick cash. Crazy Yoko. Her bad brain turns her into an absolute pain to deal with. Kyoko summons her persona using Bufu, trapping Sakura's feet in ice. Masaru. He just wonders how far he can throw his pitchfork. Monica seems unshaken by this. Sonia and Queen frolic through the flowers. Very spring. Usami feels sorry for Sakura, frees her from the trap. Kotoko puts a death collar on Joker while he's asleep. Sayaka summons her persona, uses Zio, shocking Iris, leaving her dazed. Jin does his best to avoid Daddy. Chisa hums a song. Kana grows a massive carnivorous plant, and you know what? Kana and plants makes me cry a little bit, but that plant does indeed feast upon Alice, Yusuke, Owain, Gin, and Yui. And Monokuma's allergies are so bad he gets sick, and he has to leave the game. Poor Monokuma. You hate to see that. I hate to see it too. Gon just found a Komodo dragon. I hate that. Tengen follows some sparkles, finds a magic wand. Hopefully he's got some spells. Mozu's persona levels up, upgrading Frie to Freyla. Angie swooshes the air with her sword. Izuyoi summons his persona, uses Garu. A sudden gust of wind dazes Mahiru. Oh my gosh, more people. Oh, Spring's dangerous. Spring's dangerous. Nekomaru attacks and kills Monica before Kizzy can react. Kizzy rushes to help, but it's already too late. Akane can't handle the stress after losing a teammate and has become more cowardly. Sakura tries to kill Kanji, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. She's like, I am the true knight. I'm the dark knight. I'm the buff knight. Where is she? Hina. The Archon Tree great potential and Kazuichi grant him a cryovision. Iris snaps out of it. Hitomi has a wither. Kizzy just sits there with a blank stare. Komaru, Nagisa, Ranger, Ophelia, Akechi, and Izuyoi devise a plan to get honey from a massive beehive. However, the bees fight them for hours in an all-out war. Inevitably, the bees prevail, but at what cost? So many bees perish, but also these 6 tributes. You hate to see it. Flora tries to go with Tomi, but Tomi's wizard robe has carried her away to safety. Arthur just wants it to end already. Hiroko pushes Taichi into a blooming rose bush. The roses seem endless and are enough to kill Taichi. Fuga creates a sphere of air around Daddy and Usami, keeping it long enough for them to both suffocate within. On doesn't care much for this place. Queen can't help but admire her own genius mind wanderer. Oh my gosh, we lost so many. Is determined to survive this. Katoka draws a demon summoning circle on the ground, you know, for fun. Nagito attempts to kill Haiji, but Hitomi intervenes just in time. Hitomi had to kill Nagito to protect Haiji's life. In a fit of frenzy, Haiji creeps upon Iris and slaughters her. Hitomi and Iris, I'm sorry, not Iris. Iris is gone. Hitomi and Haiji are working together, but I don't know how Hitomi's gonna feel about you literally murdering her daughter after she saved you. Gosh darn it, Haiji! Donut finds weight and a normal Akaris. Aren't those extinct? Hifumi really doesn't want to, but finds himself having to get rid of Gashu. And Ibuki is practicing, or rather for target practice. Luckily, she finds a laser gun lying about. Can she even be stopped now? We lost a lot. That's a whole lot. Especially for one round, especially for one Claire de Lune. 4. Klee, Natsumi, Gyutaro, Kazuha, Mitarai, Kiba, Aiba, Boss, Munakata, Paimon, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Daisaku, Alice, Yusuke, Owain, Gin, Yui, Monokuma, Monica, Komaru, Nagisa, Ranger, Ophelia, Akechi, Izuyoi, Taichi, Dirty, Usami, Nagito, Iris, Gashu. We still have 47. Granted, we lost a lot today. We still have a lot left. We're technically not even halfway through the game. I think you know what that means. I think that means we must proceed. We haven't even seen all of the springtime events. We do have a little something that happened here, but I don't think I'm going to say anything about it yet. We'll see if it rears its ugly head. We'll click the next round and we will see. Round 3 is Kotoko tries to kill the Grand Boy, but the Grand Boy's rats chase her off. Grantaro comes back to his senses. Kotoko checks on her demon summoning circle, and you know what? Demon actually comes out. Queen tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it sure looks cool. Chiaki patrols diligently as Sojiro starts sobbing uncontrollably. Sato picks up the Nin Kulang in various places. Tengen gestures angrily towards Akane with his magic wand. Akane only has time to feel her brain hemispheres. Try to switch places before she topples over. I'm dead. No. Kizzy knocks out Mozu in a fistfight. Fair, she's got the high ground. Puts a death claw on her. Sakura remembers how much she misses Kyutaro and sobs quietly. Kana she goes and challenges Nekomaru and Kotoka to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Kotoka murders both competitors before eating a single pancake, winning and earning entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Kotoka, think you're on the last one too. Good luck to you again. Now you have the experience under your belt. Let's see if you can do something with it. Get in there. Now, Clover and Crazy Yoko decide to harvest honey together. Surprisingly, nothing goes wrong. Not like with the bees from before the war. Gonza tripped in a bush and, wow, he found a yeet ball. Who would have thunk? Sonia lassos Clover, pushing her into a discarded scepter around the arena. What did you do to her? Goodness gracious, Sonya's using her lasso? Izuru sets up a table before grabbing Kizzy in a headlock, then RKO's Kizzy right to the table. Kotoko then finds a table and gets some more ideas. Kazuichi buries Clover and Joker in piles of ice, freezing them both alive. Haiji looks for his next victim. Arthur has a blank expression, seems unresponsive to what's going on. Fugi uses a gust of wind to blast Mozu right off of a cliff. He's airbending. Rendo finds my climate control remote too. Neat, Nafumi's got a wrestling singlet. Now we can casually forget about everything. Trying moves at home, it worked well for Kokichi last time, but he couldn't get the win. Will Fumi be able to do it instead? Mahiru uses a mysterious gas to knock out Izuru and Sojiro in order to put death collars on them. Jin has found a table. The Archon see great potential in Crazy Yoko. She's got a Hydro Vision, which I think kind of fits. Flora casts her rod into the river, pulls out a neon open sign. Is she about to open up Avi's wares in despair? Chihiro, it's been a minute since we've seen Avi's open up an orteil. Chihiro gathers ammo for his slingshot. Hiroko has a horrible feeling in her gut. Masaru walks into a very strange machine, presses a button, his molecules get all rearranged. He's got ghost powers. Hitomi never wants to kill anyone ever again. Kyoko cuts Angie's arm, but Angie does the other one. Angie slices through Kyoko. And Chisa's found a dimensional scythe, just like Sonya did. It's like all the Agents of Chaos, former Agents of Chaos, are like, oh my gosh, look at that. It brings me back to my glory days. Ibuki fires her laser gun at the Grand Boy, but misfires, causing a tree, a mighty oak, to fall over, killing them both. Sayaka, that was because of Ibuki's misfire perk? It sure was. Oh no. Oh no, the misfire got her. Oh man, I didn't even realize for a second. Oh, I just realized something else is going on for a second. Sayaka's persona levels up, and she's now got Zionga. And fires a handgun but shoots downward straight through her foot with a misfire. Which means... pour on. And we just saw what it did to Ibuki. But now it's permanent. Seiko hangs up a notice from the almighty Shogun herself. The Vision Hunt decree has commenced. Kana attempts to capture Fuga, but Fuga... he blasts her off of a nearby cliff before she even has a real chance. Goodness gracious. The Wanderer has no vision, but devoted his life to the Shogun's desires. Okay, Wanderer. Alright. Okay. Picks up a samurai sword in the name of the Electro Archon. Tharja attempts to capture Kazuichi. Unfortunately for Tharja, he's able to freeze her alive before she has a real chance. Nahida has no vision. I mean, fair enough. Nahida has been granted Pyro by the Archons, joins the fight. Down attempts to capture Crazy Yoko. Before she can do so, Crazy Yoko is submerging her without a real battle even going on. 34 remain as we tiptoe and tiptoe closer to the end of this game. What will unfold? What will happen? And what are we gonna do after this? Claire de Lune 4. Akane, Kana, Nekamaru, Kizzy, Clover, Joker, Mozu, Kyoko, Ibuki, Grand Boy, Kanon, Tharja, Diona. We don't really have a ways away to go anymore, but like, it might be 1 or 2 rounds until saving grace picks, so I don't really think we need to check who's left. I think if your teams are out already, you're like, oh man, just give me the saving grace picks. I know I'm doing so bad right now. I'll wave you my picks. They're doing so poorly. Please just click the next round. I want to get to my saving grace picks. Hey, I got you. For you, we'll go on. For you, we'll click next round. And for you, we will proceed to see an Animo Vision is handed to Kotoka. Once dazed, the threat of violence brings Mahiru back to her senses. She's no longer dazed. I don't know how I feel about that. Sonya now has Cryo on her side. Arthur and Chisa are like, we're not taking sides. We don't expect this to last any longer than a round. Crazy Yoko's being chased by Kotoka. Crazy Yoko uses the power of Hydro to wet the surface behind her. Kotoka slips and breaks her neck. Chisa slices open her dimensional scythe before opening a rift, Sparta-style kicking the radish into the despair dimension. Kanji has no vision, but now he's got a Geo 1. Chiaki picks up a samurai sword in the name of the Electro Archon. Rantaro gets Hydro. Haiji frantically thinks about joining both sides. It seems that he just wants the violence. On and Hiroko decide not to take sides. They're like, this isn't gonna last. Jin has no vision, but now he's got Geo on his side. Gonta gets Animo, and Hitomi picks up a sword. The Wanderer, partner of Rantaro, seems unshaken by any of this. Jiro gets a Hydro Vision. Tengen and Sato decide not to take sides. Kotoko gets a Cryo Vision. Sayaka, did your sister also get Cryo? Was that, yeah, no. No, you got Animo. Right after you, Sonya got B. We're good, we're good. Sayaka's got a Samurai Sword. Flora gets an Animo Vision. I expected Cryo, but it is what it is. Hiroko tries to go Kanji, but his Knight's Armor is doing work for him. So Jiro and Angie are not taking sides. Fuga attempts to go Haiji, but Hitomi once again intervenes. This time Hitomi perishes for it. Haiji, you should feel awful. Angie accepts her shadow and gains the power of Persona. Kazuichi summons a massive sphere of hypes impaling Flora. Seiko's got no vision, she's got Geo. Rindo has a samurai sword. Queen and Ifumi are not taking sides. Ifumi is then looking for an opponent to fight. Nahida fights for her life. Masaru gets Pyro. Azuru gets a samurai sword. Sakura gets an Animo vision. And lastly, Chihiro's still out here with his well-placed shot saying, bang, 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 bang. 30 competitors remain. It is still springtime. And one is in the Despair Dimension. So first and foremost, it's a Claire de Lune. Quick one for Kotoka, Hitomi, Flora. But then we have to take a step back and realize everyone has either a vision or a sword. And all of those people also are stuck in spring. While this was a short Claire de Lune, I have a gut feeling that the next one won't be. That's why I said the next 2 rounds. I expected this round was going to be low-key on the violence, but this next round is going to be high-key on the... yeah, there's all that orange that I was expecting. Haiji immediately says, alright, we're getting back to these Death Collars. One is on Jin. Chisa tries to grip on Sakura, but Sakura creates a gust of wind beneath herself and escapes. Mahiru found a handgun with just enough bullets to be useful. Kazuichi and Masaru both unleash the power of their visions at the same time. Azuru is unfortunately caught between Cryo and Pyro and is melted away. Hiroko tries to kill Chiaki, but Chiaki retaliates and kills her instead. Sonya creates a sphere of... an ice sculpture in the shape of Queen. Oh, they're both still in. Good on them. Chiaki puts up wanted posters. Jeez Louise. Fuga creates an air current allowing Kazuichi and himself to scale the mountain easily. Angie artfully cleaves the Wanderer in 2 with her sword. Goodness gracious. My gosh. Oh dope, I just found a fishing rod. Now she can catch all the fish. As Nahida runs away from the demons lurking in the Despair Dimension. Oh gosh, oh no. Seiko summons stones all around Crazy Yoko's feet, so now she's trapped. She can't get out. And she's gonna perish for it. Rantaro uses the power of Hydro to put out Kazuichi's campfire and says, next time that'll be you. Kazuichi's confused. Chihiro entraps Fuga and Arthur in a bubble of air until they both... a bubble of water until they both drown. The dead husk of Diona is writhing with maggots. Masaru sets Kotoko's table on fire with his pyro vision, slams Kotoko through the flaming table. Tengen just found a laser gun. Jin summons a massive shield protecting from Sonya's attacks, then causes the ground beneath her to cave in, burying her alive. Sayaka uses her persona, uses Zionga, strong bolt of lightning flies, electrocuting Mahiru. And then Masaru then sees Crazy Yoko caught in that trap. Instead of freeing her, Masaru sets the trap and Crazy Yoko on fire. On fire! And if this wasn't enough, the mismatch perk is back, and this time it claims Chisa. Chisa, in this single episode, I want to point out. In this single episode, I feel like we've almost got a quarter, so far, of the total misfortune that we've accumulated this season. And this is where things start to get wild. Tharj is back as a ghost. So Jiro searches for anyone who could get this collar off of him. Kanji lays the title belt on the ground, grabbing Jin in a headlock, driving his skull into the hard metal Komodo dragons. Alright, going to side, and he pats them on the head. Rindo finds some leather scraps. Hifumi clotheslines Rantaro with such tremendous force it decapitates him, and thus only 19 remain. We are within your final 20. It's 9 more until your saving grace picks, but for right now it is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Azura, Hiroko, Wanderer, Fuga, Arthur, Kotoko, Sonya, Mahiru, Crazy Hiyoko, Jin, Rantaro. Well, there's not much more we can do, right? Like, we could just take a step at a... We can use our minds as young Alice might say, we can use our minds and take a step at a time. Because we can do anything that we want to do, especially proceed. Because when you take a step at a time, that's just really proceeding in life. You gotta keep on stepping, keep on proceeding. Unless you're one of these competitors, because like 18 of them are going to perish, without a doubt. Just like Masaru shooting blasts of energy from his hands, and Rindo unable to survive the blow. Sakura attacks Hifumi from behind, eviscerates him. Sojiro summons the power of Persona using Sai, attacking Queen, leaving her dazed with a splitting headache. Jeez Louise. On cast her rod in the river, pulled out a sea bass, more like a C+. Seiko uses a mysterious, not the mysterious power of Geo, the glorious power of Geo, summons a massive rock in the sky, dropping it to the ground, killing Angie and Chihiro, saying, "Screw your slingshot. There will be order." She demands it. Chisa can no longer stay still and let others kill her friends. Chisa, your partner was out like first. Where is this heroism coming from? Nahida runs from the demons lurking in the despair dimension. Tharja kills Kazuichi through ghastly means. Kazuichi tried to build a machine first to revive Fugen. Tharja was like, nope, none of that. Killed Kazuichi. We have a lot of red down here, actually. Kanji washed the blood off his knight's armor. Sayaka's looking for an easy out. Tengen shoots several white-hot holes through tag team champion Kanji. Sato comes back to her senses. Raging fury, grasping his chest. Aiji's fury grows so overpowering that his heart gives out. Unfortunate. However, I think Chiaki's the first person to pick up a second permanent misfortune. Because now, she's misplacing things. And she now is she is the first person. She's got mismatch and misplace. Big yikes. But she's also misalive because Gonta wants to end things once and for all with her, and she does indeed. By Seduce's queen kind of wanders off and gets lost, never to be seen again. We lost the exact amount that we needed for your saving grace picks. We lost 9. And so, with a full set, I give you guys a Claire de Lune 4. Rindo, Hifumi, Angie, Chihiro, Kazuichi, Kanji, Haiji, Chiaki, Queen. Shall we go up? I think we must. We are down to just your final 10. I don't think there's any teams fully in. But you know what I do know is in? Season? Spring. You know what's in the spring season? You know it starts with S as well? Saving. You know what kind of saving things we like to do? Saving grace. You know what is a saving grace that we all deserve? Perhaps a saving grace pick. Or picks. We got 10 competitors, 1 Tharja for unhealthy obsessions. Still got the climate control remote. Low odds this will switch it from spring, but we'll see. As we keep on keeping on, we see On still remaining. She's fishing out here. She might be misfiring too. That might be dangerous for her. Let's see how it goes. As we keep going, Sayaka remains. Sayaka has killed. She's got the samurai sword and she's got the power of Persona. Will she be able to use that to capture victory for spoken word? I need a hero. Masuru's trying to be that hero. Got 3 kills to his name. A little bit annoying. Might fall off of a cliff by misstepping, but he could still win it all. Nothing to report. Still sees Chisa. I believe Gatekeeper was up first. It would only be poetic if she took the win. As we keep on keeping on, we scroll down and we do indeed see Gonta. Gonta. For the Bug Hunters, a fan favorite team, low-key, will Gonta be able to pull through and win this whole thing? Sojiro of Average Joe. He is now the Joe in this team. He is the coffee in this team. He's got the power of Persona, learned it from some folks. I don't really want to spoil Persona 5, but at this point I feel like everyone knows about the plot of Persona 5, but I'm not going to say anything. That's my guy. We love Sojiro. Clean sweep. Seiko. She's unstoppable. Never count out Seiko. You know we used to say that about Yuta. Used to say it about Kokichi. I think we need to start saying it about Seiko too. She is unmatched. She's one of the best of all time. One of the greatest of all time. Do not count her out. Sakura still remains. She's bulky. She's got Animo on her side. That's all I gotta say. She's been a little bit quiet, but she's got 2 KOs to her name. Vengeance. Clover's dead. I was very confused for a second because the X really blends in with her hair. I was like, are they both alive? They can't be. I see that she's been killed. She should be dead. She is indeed dead, but Sato's still alive for the team. As we scroll down, I think we are done. Nahida's in the despair dimension. Tengen's still in with his laser gun. You know what? We're done. But You haven't made those picks, first, second, third. Go ahead and make those picks in the comments. Go do it right now, because this is going to be real quick. And while you're there, I mean, while we're making this real quick, you can just hit a quick little Claymore kick to that subscribe button as well. Go ahead and do it. But I will say without further ado that I'm going to make my picks. Who is AV jinxing today? Our favorite part of the episode. Give me On for first. Give me Sato for second. I'll take freaking Sayaka for third. Those are my top three. And they're not going to win unless they do. But I can say with certainty these final 10. These top 10 are all standing strong with their hearts beating, hearts racing, hearts pumping with the same pulse, and perhaps even the same determination, and perhaps even the same fate as that of... Oh, it's true. A samurai woman. Final 10. Unless we see some people get revived, will we? Oh boy! I mean, we could, but we also see some people perish. 4 people, in fact, one from the Despair Dimension. Katoka's demon can't find her because she's not alive. Sato looks around for stuff to scrounge. Gonta sizes his muscles. Masaru sets the forest ablaze, catching Sakura, Tengen, and Chisa in the flames. On looks at the tree and sees a mistletoe hanging above. Sojiro plants seedlings in his herb garden. You know what? He's growing things for his coffee shop? Oh, you better believe it. Sojiro, proud of you. Nahida's mauled by the roaming demons. Is it the demons that we've been summoning? Are the demons in the Despair Dimension the same demons? The very same demons. Huh, that we've been summoning. That's a story for another day. Sayaka's got my soundboard, Seiko's on the verge of snapping, and Tharja plays around with her incorporeal body because she's a ghost, do not forget that. We lost 4, but we really technically only lost 3, and it's a Claire de Lune for them. Sakura, Tengen, Chisa, Nahida. 7 more. 7 more and this shebang is all over, but it ain't over yet. In fact, it's still a samurai woman. Will we get there? Oh, let's go and see. We'll see. Next round C's. Did we get there? Oh my god! Okay. Y'all, we got there. We got there. We got there. We got there. The Archon see great potential in Sojiro, grant him a pyro vision, but it ain't gonna do a thing. The Gonta's allergies so bad that the Gonta has to go home. Poor Gonta. On is ready for target practice. She's got a handgun. Tharja misses being able to have dinner. Sayaka uses my soundboard, plays copyrighted music, and then all of a sudden Sato grows a massive carnivorous plant, and in the season of feeding your plants this spring, feeds on Sayaka, Masaru, Seiko, and Sojiro to that same plant, and just like that, it's all over. Just like that, it's all over. Beware, spring. These folks learned it the hard way. It's a terrible turnabout, first of all, for them. Gonta, On, Sayaka, Masaru, Seiko, Sojiro. But not so terrible for this woman and her team, because you could consider this an act of vengeance. Because they are indeed your winners. Striking while the iron was hot, Sato has been developing plans for vengeance for so long, and now she and her tag team partners have found themselves in the finale. For your winners, vengeance thanks to Sato. Move on to the end of the season. What can I say? What can I say other than beware spring? You know, we know all the seasons are dangerous, and look, if we take like into account how many people got killed specifically by Spring, it's a lot. It was a lot of people. There are a couple things that didn't happen that could have happened, and I'll tease them a little bit. Getting allergies so bad that you're sick and you have to leave the game. After enough rounds, you can recover, and you can find your way back into the game. I was wondering if Monokuma was ever gonna find his way back. He did not. The odds are pretty low, but you can bounce back. I've seen it in testing, and it's kind of hype. It's kind of hype. I think it. Okay, so unironically, I tested this one time, and I was like, all right, let me go through this. Let me just have a full episode. Whenever I test it, I say law of big numbers. I'll just set the numbers to what I want them to, and just put the big old full tag team session in here, and then we'll get all the things we want. Unironically, Clover was the first person, and I think the only person, to get sick and then come back later in the game, and she came back in the final like 10. I also didn't finish that simulation, so I don't know who won. I was like, alright, I see everything, I see it coming up, and we're all good. Clover could have won that game. She didn't. But you know who did win? Her partner, Sato. And as we bring up the tag team bracket, Sato, Clover, and Eula will be trying to strike while the iron's hot. They are trying to get vengeance on this day. They see clearly. But will they see clearly in the tag team finale? We'll have to wait and see. Masaru did pop off, had 6 KOs. Fuga had 5. Kazuichi with 5. Kana with 5. Sato with 5. A lot of people with 5. Azuru with 4. Tengen with 3. Everyone else with 2 or less. It was a big old game. We had, what, 92? Yeah, 92 people. And it still was under an hour. Not for nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of spring. Be safe. Come yonder this springtime next week. Same old, you know, singles tag team action. The week after that is, oh man, it's Friday. So in not 2 weeks actually. 2 weeks is not the first Friday. 2 weeks is actually the 31st. So I guess in 3 weeks, it's Friday Night Inferno. That's kind of crazy. We have 5 Fridays this month. That's right. Well, in addition to like what seems to be like waiting another week, all the weeks in April are Infernos, so it's worth that week wait. Get excited for it. Friday Night Inferno is coming back. But also be sure to vote. Also be sure to enter your OCs, because that time will be ending this weekend, because I got some things to make. Happy voting, happy entering. OC action starts next Sunday. Get hype. Toodaloo. Flight crew. Thanks for watching.